Ikakwape koto koto hemokea. Ikakwape koto koto. Etebelo mo obe tietan na aye. Ikakwape koto koto hemokea. Ikakwape koto koto. Nakala mo obe tietan na aye.
The Hadzahd grow no food, raise no livestock, and live without rules or calendars. They are living a hunter-gatherer existence that is little changed from 10,000 years ago. Like his ancestors, young Nija will grow up to roam the wildlands around Lake Eyasi in northern Tanzania, if outside pressures don't curtail his people's freedom first. Long vistas in the dry season's withered vegetation enable keen eyes to spot game miles away. From a wind-bowed tree on a ridge, a man named Mahia peers across rough terrain where Hadzahd bands range. Everyone carries something from a kill site back to camp. For Kapala, it's the kudu's head atop his own. His group, composed of extended family and friends, will feast until all the meat is gone. Anwaz, at the far left, shares a laugh with men and boys from his camp as they boil down sap from the desert rose shrub to make poison for their arrows. At the sound of rustling in the bush, a young man grabs his bow and creeps downhill in typical fashion, silent and low to avoid detection. Although large game is obviously more attractive, Hadzahd hunters often settle for small quarries such as birds or bush babies. Well past his prime as a hunter, but in full flower as a storyteller, Anwaz is the father figure for one of the many groups of Hadzahd who still follow an ancient hunter-gatherer lifestyle. A hunting party tracks a warthog that's been shot, scouting the blood trail using skills passed down through generations. Here, near the edge of the Serengeti Plain, Hadzahd hunters also take bigger game such as giraffe. The successful bowman, Garak, at right, will share much of the warthog meat. While men hunt, women crack baobab shells for the tart flesh within. Women's contributions of fruit and tubers are more vital than game in the Hadzahd diet. Several hundred out of a total Hadzahd population of about 1,000 subsist almost exclusively on what they forage, despite long exposure to nearby agricultural societies. Surrounded by his few possessions, Tembo sits by the ashes of a fire in sleeping quarters that are open to the sky. Most Hadzahd sleep outside during the dry season because, they say, wind helps keep mosquitoes from alighting on them. Hadzahd women such as Samay are independent and powerful, free to marry or divorce at will. Scars on her cheeks may be from the childhood cuts meant to curb crying. Tears make cuts sting. As Nkolo grows up, he will shoulder more adult duties. Sangu is Nkolo's sister. A rugged life in the bush shows on the face of Makoa, a skilled hunter. The striking tail headdress could be a flourish to impress outsiders, or it may be a local fad. Hadzahd aren't immune to fashion. Chasiku in CCM, with a baby on her back, pick berries known as ingwalibi. Anthropologist Frank Marlowe's research has shown that berries account for 17% of the food brought into Hadzahd camps, making a calorie contribution approximately equal to that of hunter's meat. Men butcher small antelope near a hut in a traditional camp. Boki, at right, breaks into a dance, while another man, Lawi, seems unmoved. Informal dancing is a favorite form of entertainment in Hadzahd camps for children and adults alike. Baboon hunters team up to haul quarry back to camp at sunrise. Arrows tipped with poison from the desert sunrose plants help bring down prey. Tissue near wounds is excised so diners don't ingest the toxin. The arrival of meat in camp may spur a line dance, but the Hadzahd also dance deep in the night as a ritual, or at any hour for sheer pleasure. Holo, Anwa's daughter, will raise her own 5 children in intimate touch with the land that supports them. Curiously, indifferent to most vestiges of modernity, the Hadzahd continue to survive on their own terms.